This is Andy of QualityStocks. Today's Friday, August 27, 2010. Today we're going to take a look at Rodman and Crenshaw Capital Group. This is a NASDAQ global market stock trading on ticker RODM. Kind of a tough time right now with the Dow trending down like it is, and RODM is no different. This is a 9-month chart. One thing that caught my eye about this chart is this PPO ADX setup. See, when it hit that position, a nice move followed. When it hit that position, a nice move followed. Again, it's kind of in that position right now. We're seeing some nice trends with the PPO and ADX back towards zero. About ready to get signal lines crossed as the histogram breaks through zero. And again, that setup for the ADX is in a nice position. There's plenty of room for this to flatten, come down. They get some crosses of the positive and negative DIs, and this gains some strength trying to go back to the north side. So we're going to keep an eye on that. RSIs are in a pretty nice position. This 21 day, this gold line still trending down, but giving hints of turning back up. This is the 14, the red line, shooting back through right now. So we're going to look for all these to continue on their upward path. They're still in pretty close proximity to each other. There's a little bit of separation, but it's nothing too terrible. So they're in a pretty nice position. I can draw this across this same time frame. Show it the ADX has a very nice uptrend to it. Could put it anywhere through there, in all honesty, just to show that even over this whole chart, the ADX has a nice uptrend going on. The Chaikin money flow is about ready to break through zero. You can see it's given a hint of possibly bouncing off of it. I'm not crazy about that little twist right there. We want to see this get going a little bit stronger through zero and get back up into the green. Again, add strength and correlate with the accumulation distribution that there's money going on and accumulation of this stock happening. Overall, nice little move in the CCI or around that same time period. Nice uptrend to it, still holding over negative 100, and we're looking for this to continue and eventually try and get up and break through zero here. Full still close to a bottom, but still, again, a nice little trend going up right here, showing that there's some strength coming into this chart. So we want to see this continue. We want to see it break through 50 to get some real strength. Not getting a ton from the tricks over the long term. It kind of has almost a wedge look to it. Somewhere right through there. This would have been the point you wanted to see it continue. When it was doing that right there, you would have wanted to see it explode. But, of course, it didn't. Slip back down. So now what you want to see is this turn and try and break this trend line that it's establishing on the upside. And like I say, it's kind of a wedge, maybe teetering to the bearish side overall. So we're going to look for that to try and turn. It's giving hints of making a turn right now. So we're going to keep an eye on the tricks as an overall long-term indicator in this chart. RSIs aren't in a bad position. Again, a nice little uptrend going on over this little downtrend right through here. This 14 and 21 are kind of running sideways, and the 7 is giving just a hint of maybe turning back, to flatten out. So what we want to see is this 7 needs to put together a pretty decent day here in the near future to get this 7 trying to go a little bit further north, where, again, I'm going to look for that break of 50, but try and give this some strength to get them 14 and 21 out of this little sideways channel they've got, and get them pushing towards the 50 and eventually try and get through the 50. So that's the things we're going to look for with the RSI. I did take a quick look at the 15-minute charts, which I didn't bring up here, but I can tell you that there's some pretty decent support right through this area right in here. Let me pull that up just a hair because it's actually a hair higher. It's right around 215. 215, 216. It's right around through there. It needs to hold that, because if it doesn't hold that, it's a good chance it's going to come down here and test $2 again. It's got this little downtrend going on. We don't want to, if it does break that low, it needs to hold $2 without a doubt. Otherwise, the chance is going to come down, maybe down to this $1.80 area. But this starts first and foremost with holding like a 215 spot. It's pretty decent support through there. On the upside, there's not too much resistance. Right in through here at 245, going to want to see that fall to establish a new high. And you see that kind of correlates with this 20-day moving average, the middle Bollinger Band. So coming through here, this is going to need to get up into here to try and get above this resistance level and above the 20-day moving average. On a greater level, this 255, 260 area. Right through there. That's going to be a big overall for the chart to try and turn. That's where it's going to need to bust through. See, it's getting pretty close to the 50-day, which is dynamic. It's coming down. It's going to come in there. This was a Morningstar pattern to put together on that big move. But pretty good resistance right through there. There's pretty good support that it fell through. So it's going to start by making a new high right through here and get through this PPS resistance at 245. It's going to have to get up and challenge. Overall, we're going to see what RODM can do when it challenges this 260 area. That's a big key point for this chart. So right now, I'd look for this support to hold. It still keeps you with our stop loss. If it breaks down, still keeps you within 10%, which is typically a tolerable loss. If it does break to the south side, but as long as it holds 215, I think it's going to be okay. And try and come up here and challenge this area. Those are things I'd be looking for. Volume 113,000, about average, a little bit less than average. I'd say volume kind of trickling out a little bit right here, where we're not sure if selling is going to stop. Hopefully that's what the volume is telling you, that volume is slowing down because selling's stopping. So we look for volume, try and come back in and put some buying pressure on it again to hit those areas that I just referenced. So those are the things that we'll be looking for with RODM. Again, this is just merely my interpretation of the RODM chart. I'm not an investment advisor and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence and consult a licensed qualified investment advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Please visit the QualityStocks.net website for the full disclaimer. Thank you and trade smart.